This commission for the Australian War Memorial came about as a result of Zorica McCarthy, the Australian ambassador in Spain, coming to Barcelona, where I live and work, to talk to me about this project that she'd been very closely involved with for the last year and a half, 2 years. And the project being the construction of two very important vessels for the Australian Navy, currently undergoing construction in Ferrol on the northwest coast of Spain. Zorica, of course, has been very closely involved with the project, being the ambassador, being the liaison between the Australian government, the Spanish government, and Navantia, the shipbuilding company. Obviously, the fact that I was already based in Spain, living in Barcelona as I do, made Zorica think that I would be a good fit. She just felt that someone should record in an artistic way the importance of this project, and it's as an ongoing thing between Spain and Australia, but also for the Australian Navy itself, that these are two of the most important vessels that are going to be in the fleet. What I wanted to do in this project was work on site. I wanted to have access to the shipyards, get a sense of the scale and the complexity of the industry there. So of course I made a trip to Ferrol from Barcelona to initially see the site, to get a sense of its scale, and obviously focus on the Australian ships, but just to get a sense of what a modern day shipyard looks like and what modern ship construction feels like. And I was interested in the scale, the human scale as opposed to the scale of war machinery or ships, and the way human beings were dwarfed. I remember the first time I looked in at the HMAS Canberra, the future Canberra, in the dry dock, and there were people down at the bottom, at the base, looking like literally like ants in relationship to the size of this ship. And I thought that was an interesting thing to try and get in the painting. The shipyards themselves are very interesting because, as I said, they're in a town called Ferrol on the northwest of Spain in Galicia. It's been a shipyard going back to like the 16th century, and I was told at the time that part of the Spanish Armada was actually constructed in this shipyard. So there's this long history and tradition of shipbuilding. When you think of Spain's naval maritime history, it makes sense that they would have a highly sophisticated shipbuilding industry. You know, I always feel, in a way, my best work happens when it's not premeditated or planned, and I'm simply confronted by an image, and I feel like there's something really exciting visually about that, and I want to get it down on the canvas. I went to the shipyards not with a whole lot of experience about how a ship is built, what it feels like to be in a shipyard, and I saw unexpected things. Things surprised me or were contrary to what my preconceived notions were, and I think that brought out sort of quite spontaneous paintings that honestly reflect the feeling of the place when I was there. So I'm pleased with them in that sense.